start. I want to thank you guys for coming. It's short notice, and we've had many setbacks, so I appreciate you making it over. And it won't take all evening or all afternoon. Did you know that swapping shoes with your parents might make your teenage life a lot easier? And I want you to think about that while I talk about a couple other things. Just keep in mind, swapping shoes with your parents can make it easier. Now that you're wondering what I'm talking about, I'm going to talk about actually having patience and appreciation for your parents, which at this time in your life, now's the time to start thinking about that. I'm going to give you pointers in a few areas that I think might benefit your interaction with your parents and maybe even your teachers. Asking for help on homework is one. I'm going to tell you how you can have an appreciation for what they do for you. And once again, swap shoes. When you go home and ask your mother if she can help you with your math homework, you need to be prepared and be patient. Because when your mother sits down and looks at that book that you have that you brought home, she is going to just sit there in disbelief. She's going to be in shock. And why is that? Because the books have changed. And let me tell you what Beth said to a group of parents. He's a well-known writer from Hong Kong. And he was talking about the homework that he did with his 12-year-old daughter. The homework for a 12-year-old, and I am not making this up, was an equation with a question below it. And in the above polynomial, what can x be equal to in the set of positive irrational numbers? Huh? Suddenly, I remembered a pressing appointment elsewhere in Sutherland. It made no sense. I thought a polynomial was a resident of the Pacific Islands, as everyone knows that numbers cannot be irrational. Has mathematics become harder, or have I become just stupider? You know what it is? Math teaching methods have changed over the years. Now, that's exactly what he said, and that is what is happening. Your parents, when they went to school, when they opened up their math books, they seen problem after problem. It was not word problems and thinking and all this reading. It was just open the page, do 1 through 50. It was repetition. So do not, and I repeat, do not come in demanding that they help you on the spot. Keep in mind, they are not a computer, and they will not spit out the answer in 3.37 seconds like a computer on broadband time. They are going to need time to look at what you're doing. They're going to look at the problems, read through the lesson. They're going to ask you what your teacher said, process that information, and then they'll come back and say, okay, now I know what we can do. Now I know how to explain it to you. So this is where you've got to have patience with them, where they normally have patience with you. So next, I want you to give credit where credit is due, and that's in appreciating what they do for you on a daily basis. Stop and think about what they do for you on a daily basis. Think about all the chauffeuring your mother does from school and back. It's almost like if you were to look at her schedule, it's like a flight schedule from an airport. And it's like, destination, island school. You depart from home at 7:45. You arrive at 7:50. And then you come 3 o'clock. You were to depart from home at 2:40 to make it to the school, 2:45. Once all the kids are in tow, you depart from the school at 2:55 and you arrive back at home 3 o'clock. And that's just going to school and back. Even in the afternoon, you guys have activities. Same thing. So I looked into, what type of advice could I give you to appreciate your parents? And I did look into it, and the information I found really surprised me, and it might surprise you. Bethany Sanders from ParentDish.com was actually talking to parents about why their teenagers just don't appreciate what they do. They don't give me any recognition. So this is what she said. Teens think they know everything. It's a common complaint. But if you're looking for a little appreciation for all of your hard work and parental wisdom, you're in for a long wait. A British market research survey recently found that children don't want to appreciate their parents until the age of 22. Imagine that. 22 years of age, a parent has to wait till their kids appreciate them. You guys don't have to do that. That's really ridiculous. At 22, you're not a child, you're already an adult. You can start now. Show them some gratitude do, what do you think they don't do that you don't see behind the scenes. They're there for you. Just say thank you. Because I'm not going to let you off the hook just because a research survey says you don't have to. The last thing I want you to think about, swap shoes with your parents. And you're wondering, how is swapping shoes with my parents going to help me? You need to put yourself in their shoes. Think about what they did at your age. Put yourself in their place at your age. And if you're not really sure what they did, we have a list written by Tammy Doherty that she published on the CenterForKidsFirst.org. That list was titled, How Do We Survive? So what it is a list for those people who are my age and older who grew up doing different activities on a daily basis that were totally unlike the ones that you guys do. This is what she said. We did not have PlayStations, Nintendo 64s, Xboxes, video games at all. 99 channels on cable, videotape movies, surround sound, personal cell phones, personal computers, internet chat rooms. We had friends. We went outside and found them. We rode bikes, or we walked to a friend's home and knocked on the door, rung the doorbell, or just walked in and said hi to them. Imagine that without even asking a parent. It was a different day and age. So in your parents' childhood, they actually communicated with their friends. They had to talk to their friends. They didn't even call them on the phone. None of that was in the play like what you guys have now. Now you guys text each other and you're on cell phones and computers. It is time to change. It is different. So you need to think about where your parents came from. They've got a lot of experience that you would really, really, really enjoy if you took the time to listen to them. And if you can put yourself in their shoes, because they've already done it for you. They've already thought, wow, what was I doing at 13? I didn't do that when I was 13. You need to think about that. You need to think about what was my parents doing when they were 13. So I'm bringing my talk with you to a closure. I've explained to you how you can get help with math instead of getting instant message answered from them. I have told you how you can appreciate your parents. And I've also explained to you how you can swap shoes with your parents and make your life easier. So the last thought I want to leave with you, when you're sitting back thinking, why has your parent truly lost it? Could there be a valid reason? They may very well fall on Tammy Doherty's list, where she put down, as kids, parents, people who are my age, drank water from a water hose. No, seriously, that is not the problem. Just remember, if you can swap shoes with your parents, you will survive just as they did.